Welcome. This is Jazz, and I am wearing my glasses, which is great because that means I'm not wearing my contacts. I'm reading and playing games. I'm doing some research, reading this. I've been watching Castlevania, trying to channel some Striga, but Marana never listens to me about getting in the trunk. What can I do? I need to finish watching, so don't give me any spoilers, please. But I have Netflix now, which is important, and I am slowly getting to things, being a bit resistant. I wanted to read from this book. This is chapter 2, Emotional, the Heart, that which brings about any intense state of feeling. There are 2 quotes here. The more we become, never belonging. The more we become willing to depend on a higher power, the more independent we are. Therefore, dependence is really a means of gaining true independence of the spirit. 12 and 12, page 36. What seemed at first a flimsy reed has proven to be the loving and powerful hand of God. A new life has been given us, or, if you prefer, a design for a living that really works. Big Book, page 28. Mom, what does homely mean? I was just a child when a relative of the family referred to me in this way. Mom's response to my inquiry went by the wayside, but I will never forget that judgment of me once I learned the meaning of the word. I was born 9 months after my brother Skippy crossed over. He was only 15 months old. I was Mom and Dad's second child, now the eldest. My older brother had numerous medical maladies from his birth to his passing. I became their special child, and they loved me, but they had one concern. I was tiny. They took me to doctors to see if there was something wrong with me. The medical consensus was that I'd just always be small in nature. By the way, I grew to be 6'4". During my childhood years, I always felt weak and awkward and was overly sensitive and threatened by everything. This taproot of fear stunted my emotional growth, and I remained selfish and self-centered, craving attention and seeking acceptance by acting out and misbehaving. This would, instead, generate further rejection. My only outlet for this emotional pain during these young years was to break down and cry. I was dubbed crybaby by my classmates. I was humiliated. I became more withdrawn, alternating with acting out and saying things I would later regret. I just could not fit in. I developed an interest in playing hockey and discovered it was one of the things which I excelled. At age 12, due to certain zoning rules, I was denied the opportunity to play hockey in my local district. Distress and rage welled up inside me against all authority figures from this time on. I began lying, cheating, and whatever I could do to defy authority, caring nothing about the consequences. By the time I reached junior high school, I started growing in stature. If I perceived a threat from an authority figure or a classmate, a switch would flip within me with no warning, and when I would fly into a rage, followed by remorse. This cycle seemed endless. It followed me into adulthood, and for decades thereafter. It was like I lacked control of my emotions. It brought me isolation and a tough, I don't give a rip, I'll show you exterior, while inside, I was still craving attention. This dichotomy became the norm for me. I won't finish reading because I just wanted to read a snippet. I got this book at the Festival of Native Arts. Not this most recent year, but I believe the year before that. And I just now started reading it recently. I have a lot of books like this that contain knowledge, history, information that's, I know, important. It's stories, people's stories.